So I've had a lot of people asking me about the Low Pros. They know I did a review on them a while back and I had nothing but amazing things to say about them. But now that it's been quite some time of using them, people want me to give an update on my review and let them know, are they still worth buying? Do they still, in my opinion, beat out the Wall Seniors? How they sound, are they sounding good? All those good things, and just to let them know if they should invest in those clippers and trimmers or not. And I'm going to answer that today, and I'm going to give you my best thoughts and opinions on that. However, but before we go into that, I want to ask you a question. But I want to say this first, that a lot of people may not, or they may realize that I used to pastor, and I've pastored for a number of years, planted a few churches and pastored several people, had the opportunity to speak in front of thousands, and it was my passion, it was in my heart. However, God began to transition me from church and ministry as far as full-time ministry. I still go to church, but He transitioned me from that full-time ministry, from a successful church with plenty of influence, to the barber world. And for the longest time, I was like, God, what are you doing? We have influence in our community. We're doing amazing things. Financially, we were doing well. My family was and still is extremely blessed. And I thought that that's what I would do the rest of my life. But I say all that to say, it's been several years since I've actually stood in front of people and ministered as far as in a church setting. And when I was in the church setting, one thing that I really loved to do was not just preach the Word of God, which I love to do, and the principles of God's Word that will literally change your life. And I believe that's why I'm so blessed today. But also, I would love to just teach leadership principles, and saying that, I'm just throwing it out there. And I want you to leave, a comment in the comment section below and tell me what you think about me doing some vlogs maybe, and just sharing some leadership principles, some kingdom principles, just ways to be a better man, a better husband, a better father, a better barber, a better businessman, just things that God has revealed to me over the years that has blessed my life. And I'm not kidding with you. I tell you what, the favor of God is on my life, and it seems like whatever I put my hand to is just blessed, man. It prospers, it multiplies, and I'm extremely grateful for that. But I believe it's because I've learned kingdom principles, leadership principles, and just principles of life in general. So if that's something that you would be interested in, hey, let me know. I think I'm going to do it anyways just because it's in my heart to do it. But if that's something that you celebrate, something you would be interested in, just give me a thumbs up or leave a comment below and just say, hey, I would like to hear what you have to say, and I'll definitely support. And I appreciate that. So now, talking about the Low Pros. Here they are. The Low Pros from Babyliss. Are they still good clippers? And the reason people, I believe, have been asking me, are they still good, or do I still prefer them over everything else, is because they've seen in different YouTube videos that I've been using the Masters, or I've been using detachable blade clippers. And I think their thought is, well, because he's using the Masters all the time now in his videos, maybe the Babyliss aren't his go-to clippers anymore. And let me just preface it by saying this. I'm the type of guy that I want to feel like that I can find my way around any clipper. That, I'm trying to master every clipper. And in order to do that, there's times, this is what I do. I'll take all my clippers on my station and I'll either put them away or I'll make a mental note. I'm not using these today, or I'm not using these this week or this month. I'm going to use my detachables all week, or my Masters, or my JRL. I'm going to focus on one clipper, and whenever I don't have options or this option to go to my go-to clipper, it puts me in a place where I have to learn that clipper. And I think that's valuable because it just makes me feel good when I feel like that I'm conquering some new territory. But also I've learned that if I go somewhere to teach a class, or just say I walk in a barbershop and someone says, hey Shannon, will you show us a thing or two, and say they're only using masters. I don't want to be like, oh man, I'm sorry man, I can only use one pair of clippers. I want to pick up any clipper, and I want to kill it with that clipper. And that's my goal. That's what I try to do. So if you've seen me just using the masters lately, it's because I've never really been a masters fan. However, I want to master the masters, and I feel like I'm getting pretty good at it. I really do like them. I never was a fan, but I'm liking them now. Of course, with the cordless clippers, there was some issues with them getting louder, but I've tweaked some stuff, and I think somehow over time I figured something out, and I don't even know what I figured out, but they're not as loud as they were. But I am enjoying them. But there was a time, as you know, for 30 years I've been cutting hair, and I only used Wall Seniors. That was like my go-to, man. And because of that, I'm comfortable with them. I feel like they have the power. I feel like they cut straight hair, curly hair, thin hair, coarse hair. They were just game changers for me, and I really like that about them. However, talking with Dennis from Babyliss, he said, man, I want to create a clipper that you wall guys, that you will put the seniors down and say, these things are bad. I like these clippers, man. These right here do the job and do them better than Wall Seniors. And I was like, dude, you're gonna have to come hard to do that. And I love Babyliss, the company. I love what they stand for. I love their leaders. But there's certain clippers I just was like, they're great. But for me, I'm just gonna go back to my seniors because that's what I'm used to. Until one day, Dennis sent me these. And once again, these are the Babyliss Low Pros. And I picked them up. And I'm gonna tell you what, I love them. I love the fact that they're all black. I love the way they feel, the ergonomics. I love the power that they have. I do not believe that I've picked up the seniors since I've gotten these. That's saying something. Now, I will say this. I did recently buy the newest pair of seniors. They had the dock and everything, and I'm like a dock fanboy, man. I love docks. I like setting my clippers in docks. That's just me. I love it. So I bought it. It was like $300 and something, I believe, and somewhere around there. Anyways, bought it. I was excited to use it, and unfortunately, I've used them maybe once or twice, and I just put them back on the dock, and there they sit. I am a huge fan of these. These stay on my station. Every time I say I'm not going to use anything, but the masters, I want to put these away in the drawer so I'm not tempted to grab them. But even me attempting to put them in the drawer, I'm like, no, I can't. I'll just leave them on the station just in case I need them for whatever. So I love them. Now, let me say this. A lot of people love that Japanese blade that comes on it. That was the only thing that I didn't like, was that blade. And I've told Dennis before, I'm just not a fan of that blade. But I will say this. Shout out to Gamma Style Craft. I am a huge fan of that fusion blade, or the vapor blade they call it now. Whenever I tried those Rebels and I used that blade on those Rebels, I was like, oh man, what is this? I like this. Because I do like fade blades and I do like taper blades, and it's just like the perfect combination. And anyways, so I just gotta say it, I bought probably 4 or 5 of those vapor blades, the fusion blades, and I put them like on every clipper I got. So I have 2 of these, and as you can see, let's see if we can get it nice and tight. That is a fusion or vapor blade, and I have them on all of my clippers. So I have them on both pair of these Low Pros, and I have them on those new seniors I bought. I have them on the old seniors. Anything that I have that will fit the vapor blade is going on it. That's how much I like that blade. It's a game changer to me. I really like that blade. So Dennis, you know, I love the clipper. You just know my preference isn't that blade, but I like this blade. And anyways, I think these two together make the perfect combination. But overall, I will say that this has made me put my seniors down, and there has been nothing in 30 years that have made me put my seniors down. Now, I will also say that I have a lot of trimmers that I love. I love wall trimmers. I love the new, T outliners. I love the corded outliners. I love all the outliners out there for the most part. But I guess my go-to was always the old school, Babyliss Gold FX trimmer, because I just felt like it had the power and it did everything I wanted to do, and I just liked it. However, and I still do like it, and I still keep one around, but I will say also that this trimmer, the Low Pro trimmer, it comes with either the graphite blade, let me get it, see if we can, okay, the graphite blade, or it comes with any of the other blades. I have two of these as well. I put the original gold blade on one, and then I put this one on here. And I'm telling you what, I like both of them. I like both of them. The power is there. I love the ergonomics of them. It's just easy to maneuver. You got your little place here for your finger. You got, a place for the thumb, or, vice versa. So it's just comfortable, man. And I feel like everything is just right that you need to give a nice lineup. So there's times also that I'll try to pick up other trimmers. And I really like the new, I've already said this, the Andis T outliners, the black and gold ones. And they hit hard. I have them hitting really nice when it comes to lineups, maybe a little too hard. But whenever it comes to mowing down the hair, mine get bogged up every single time. And, so these right here, they hit a nice hard line, and they do sharp lineups. So if I'm going anywhere and I need a pair of dependable clippers because I don't know who I'm cutting, I don't know what texture of hair I'm cutting, I don't know, I am always just gonna pack these two things, actually four of them because I got 2 and 2, but I pack all 4 of these, and that's what I rock with. So that's my updated review. That if you are a wall senior person, or if you're just a good clipper person, these are phenomenal clippers. These are my go-to clippers. And when I say go-to, because they're gonna have so many clippers, but when I say go-to, it's if I'm traveling and I need a good pair of clippers that I know I can cut anything with, that are dependable, powerful, everything else, these are the ones I'm taking. I'm not leaving home without these. So they are still phenomenal. And it's so amazing. They still run amazing after this time. They're still quiet. They're still smooth. I like them. Matter of fact, before we wrap this thing up, my boy Nick, he's one of the barbers in our shop. I actually grabbed them out of the car, or out of the shop, and jumped in the car with my family. And he's like, "Hey, what are you doing?" And I told him, and he began to talk about these Low Pros because he has some as well. And he thinks very highly of them. So I'll go ahead and let you hear what he said, and we'll wrap this thing up. So anyways, until next time, peace. I'm out of here. Bye-bye. So this is my boy Nick.
What's going on?
He's one of the coolest barbers in the shop.
Yes, sir.
The rest of them are stupid. But anyways, so what were you saying about these Low Pro?
I was saying that I haven't picked up any other clippers since I got them.
Say it again?
Since I had them for like 2-3 months already, and it's all I cut with.
So that's all you cut with?
Everything. They're stronger than the seniors. They fade amazing. It's everything. Yep.
All right, appreciate you, dog.
Yes, sir.
Take it easy, my brother. Peace.